Hey guys, it is Survivor here, and today I'll be giving you a strafe jumping tutorial on Call of Duty 4 for all you new runners out there that want to get into running Call of Duty 4 or any other Call of Duty for that matter. So let's get started. So first off, what is strafe jumping and how can it benefit me? Well, strafe jumping is exactly what the name says it is. It is strafing from one side to another and then jumping. So, effectively, it looks like this. This is basic strafe jumping. Now, from here, what I'm going to show you is how to do strafe jumping, what to watch out for when strafe jumping, and also I'm going to give you some benefits and tips and tricks on how to make your strafes a bit better. So, the way strafe jumping benefits you is when you strafe jump, you gain extra momentum, so you go faster when you strafe jump, opposed to when you would be normally sprinting or jumping and sprinting. This does not give you any extra speed, but this just you're always going faster when you're strafe jumping. Granted that the strafe jumps that you do are correct and they're precise, so you're not jumping like there and there and there like this, then sprinting normally would be faster. So strafe jumping in the beginning might be a bit hard for you, especially if you do not know how to move your mouse. So moving your mouse is extremely important. You want to make sure that the mouse movement is smooth but also crisp. So it is not like this, that you move from one side to another really slowly, strafing, because you're just wasting time strafing and you're not getting any extra momentum because you're basically going straight. Now you don't want to make them too sharp either, because this will put you in all random directions and it will not give you extra speed. In fact, it will most likely make you lose speed. So it's not good whatsoever. So how to do a strafe jump? In the top left corner, you should see my key inputs. What I do when I start movement for my strafe is I press W, then A, then Shift, and then jump. So W, A, Shift, and jump as I move my mouse. Or if you have already been strafing, you can hold W basically the whole time. You don't have to ever let go. You just have to alternate between pressing A and D, or just press A, A, D, 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 whatever you want. It depends on if you want to alternate your strafes like I do, or if you want to strafe from the same side constantly. It's all up to you. Then you also have to press, obviously, Shift and Space, so you sprint and jump. So, depending on which side you strafe from, you press different keys. So if you strafe from right to left, you press W and A. If you strafe from left to right, press W and D, as you flick your mouse, obviously. And then, that is pretty much how to strafe jump. Now, also, you might have noticed that I press C when I strafe jump. This makes me crouch in the air. This does not give me any extra height or momentum or speed. This does not give me any of that. It is mostly because if there's like a gap, like let's imagine there is a gap going from there, that's a gap right there, and then here is a roof or like a straight line, and here is a straight line. I would have to jump from in between them, so I would do something like that with my C. If I just sprint into it like a strafe jump without crouching, I will hit my head. But if I do it with crouch, I won't hit my head. So that is why I press C. Always. Some people prefer not pressing C constantly, but I have gotten used to it, so I do it without thinking. I press C as soon as I press space, basically. So it comes naturally to me, and it is helpful, because you don't have to overthink it when you have to press C suddenly. So you don't go into this panic mode like, oh, I gotta press C. like, it might catch you off guard sometimes, so it's better to develop a habit for pressing C rather than not developing it. So there are a lot of pros in strafe jumping. Are there any cons? Well, there is one. When you begin strafing, or beginning to strafe jump, you might have bad strafes, so you end up wasting time, as I described there, with these ridiculous looking strafes. That is one way. Or, you might be doing good strafes, but you might not be able to control them yet that well. So, let's say you want to go through this doorway, right here, strafe jumping. A normal guy who has strafe jumped a while would know how to control their strafes so they get through the doorway easily. But if you're a beginner, you might do something like this. You might strafe into the door, or you might come from here and strafe on the other side of the door, so you waste time going through here. And there's also a possibility you hit this, then you get stuck on that, and you waste time. So if you're not comfortable going through these things yet, you might as well just sprint through it. It's a lot faster than getting stuck here and then having to go the other way. So it's less of a time waste. That is pretty much it for the tutorial. I think I covered everything. Oh, never mind. No, I didn't. I missed a few things. So, what else can you do when strafe jump? Well, other than getting momentum on flat ground, some jumps or skips require you to strafe. So, there's nothing like that on FNG, because it is flat ground basically, and then there's the training course. But I do have a clip example of that I'm gonna show right now.
Alright, everyone topside, double time. Warcraft Griffin, what's your status? Already in the helicopter, sir!
So as you can see in that clip, on Crew Expendable, once you pick up the manifest from the container right here, you press F obviously, then you turn. There's these two boxes here. Well, let me demonstrate with this. There's these two boxes here, you jump on them, you go on top of them, then there's that other box here, and then there's the pit here. As you saw from the video, if I were to just normally jump, I wouldn't get here. Let's imagine this is the platform. This is obviously a lot closer, so it is a lot harder for me to show it. But if I were to do like a normal jump, I would not make it. But then if I strafe jump, I will easily make it. Easily make it on the here. And that's the skip. You cannot do it with a normal jump, but when you strafe jump, it is really easy. And that saves you a good few seconds off the run. So it is always important to learn strafing, just because it saves you a lot of time on flat ground, but it can also grant you these other things like skipping certain bits just because you know a strafe. It's really useful. So there we go. Now I covered all the topics. That is it for the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I explained it well. This was my first commentary, like a proper one. So leave comments down below, letting me know what you think. And I hope to see you in the next video. Survivor out.